What would you like to see as your legacy, or what the administration's legacy would be as a result of what you are doing?
I would say two basic foundations to the legacy that I would like to leave working, obviously, on behalf of the president. First is to leave our alliances with like-minded democracies at a high watermark in Europe, in the Indo-Pacific, and elsewhere around the world, because those are the force multipliers for everything we do, whether it's competition with China or trying to solve the challenge of climate change. And the second is making sure that our national security enterprise is investing in the sources of American strength at home. And the CHIPS Act is a great example of that.
For a young person who might like to have a career like yours, what would you recommend? How can you prepare to be the national security advisor or to serve your government in some way?
The biggest piece of advice I try to give young people is to reject certitude. What I mean by that is that no matter how good you think your argument is, or your policy position, or your proposed course of action, it almost certainly has weaknesses or blind spots, and you should acknowledge those. And I think actually sometimes saying, you know what, I was wrong, you were right, is actually a more powerful show of intellectual strength than just sticking firmly by your position. Doesn't mean you should compromise your principles or your values, but the easy decisions do not rise to the White House. The hard decisions do. And those hard decisions have two sides that are not 100-0.
You see a lot of people in Washington saying, I was wrong.
No, I think that's a problem. And I think the people who do, people who are willing to change their minds, update their assumptions, alter their perspective based on new information or new developments in the world, those are the people that leave the best mark on history. And even more importantly, those are the people who are a pleasure to work with.